Oh man, are you going to be prepared for all these NAR changes with your buyers? Thanks, right? I can help ya. So, my name's Kathy Byrnes. If you want to know more, subscribe below. Let's listen in. So, one of the best things that's happened for us in the crazy time with this whole NAR situation is Chat GPT-4o. Now, Chat GPT-4 was great in itself, but 4o, wow. So, how are you going to be prepared? Well, number one, you have got to have a buyer presentation. You got to think it through. Can ChatGPT help you with that? You bet it can. So what I've been having it do is search the internet for me on different buyer presentations out there so that I can get like a whole list of all the things that I would do as a buyer's agent, right? So that I can prove my worth. And I've been going on ChatGPT and saying, hey, I want to create something in Canva so that it's really well presented. Are there any templates out there? Etsy also has that as well. So you can get a template off Etsy and just plug and play. But where is the information? Well, that's where ChatGPT comes into play, and it will help you pull it all out. Is it going to be word by word? Probably not. You're going to need to say, hey, what about this and this and this and this and this that I do? And once you put it all together, say, now put that into a presentation, a casual tone presentation, yet professional, where you lay out all the things that I do so beautifully that I can leave this with my client. I also want to create a digital one so that I can mail it. How would I do that, ChatGPT? And it'll tell you. If you get the app for ChatGPT-4o, you can literally talk and communicate. It will record the print of it. So back on your computer, you just go into that file, which is just sitting there on the left-hand side, copy and paste it into that format, and you can build it. Are you going to need this in the whole NAR changes? You bet you are. Probably even for your new clients or your older clients, because they too are going to be wondering, what are all these changes about? Do I even have to pay you anymore? What's it all mean? And if it were me, in my booklet, I would have some of the language from NAR that talks about what is mandated now for agents to do. One is to have a buyer agency agreement before you show them the house, and the pricing agreement before you show them the house, and that is non-negotiable once you've signed that agreement. So if you did it at 2.5% and the seller was offering you 3%, you don't get the difference. Those are things you need to know about, for one thing. But this is how you're going to prepare your thing, so your clients also know that verbiage in there will be important. I'm not a good writer, are you? So why not utilize ChatGPT? And then I'd probably run it by my BIC and make sure, does this sound good for you? Because this is what I'm going to be sending out to my clients. I love the idea of the digital part of it, because sometimes you're going to have out-of-state clients, right? And you're going to say, let me send you my buyer's presentation so that you get a feel for me. We'll do a Zoom call. You read through that, and then we'll go through the buyer relationship, the buyer agency, the commission, how all that works, and we'll do it on a Zoom. But I want you to have all that paperwork up front. That's just smart business. And you see how efficient that is with your time? And as you get going, you'll start to see you can do that local too. You can do it on a Zoom call, just like this. And you know what? You can actually show your clients better because they can actually see different homes and stuff. But I'm not showing them any homes at all till that is signed. And there's things to know about open houses. If you want to know things like that, like what am I supposed to do with open houses? How do I work with this buyer agency? Ask me. Put some questions below. I got solutions for you, and they're very specific of how you're supposed to do it, because there's going to be agents, they're going to mess up and not get paid at the closing table. Don't let that be you, people. Stick with me. I can help you. So now you've got your presentation. Don't you need some scripts? There again, ChatGPT can help you with those scripts so that you're comfortable with how you sell yourself. And the more you practice it, the more confident you're going to feel about how to present this to your buyers, right? Are the sellers going to need to be updated about how they're going to pay these agents because they want them to come into the house? Yes, you got to level up your skills in a lot of areas if you've been in the industry more than a month. Otherwise, you're learning it for the first time. But for those of us that have been in a while, we got to relearn the whole skit of how we're going to be talking to our clients, period. What we are legally allowed to do and not legally allowed to do. So these are some of the tips that I'm going to really encourage you to get involved in. Chat GPT, you're saying, boy, you've been talking about that a lot. It's a gift, buddy. It's a gift. Now, I have another channel called Tech Savvy Realty Solutions, where I show all kinds of tech tips for agents. There's a thing in there, how to do a digital catalog, which you could do your buyer presentation digitally, and instead of it just being a PDF, how about it being a cool little magazine kind of stuff? Do you look like you're leveling up and you're the one to work with because you're so tech savvy? Yeah, I'm telling you, the more you are like showing how current you are, you're knowledgeable, you're confident, all these things, this is how you will succeed during some challenging years where you are going to see a ton of agents fail and leave the business. And that doesn't have to be you. I'm encouraging you to pay attention to these kinds of things. If you are with EXP, there will be times when you're going to get a sign call and you have got to do, they want to go see a particular house. You still have to negotiate that commission. You may not even know what that commission is that they're offering on that house. You can obviously quick call, but before you go show it, you have to have a signed buyer's agency agreement to do it, where you're saying I'm going to get paid. If they don't pay me, you got to pay me. You got to get that agreement. See why these scripts and your confidence and how it's all going to work is critical? Well, at EXP, they have a one buyer agent agreement form where it's one house. And you could say, okay, this is what I'm going to call up that agent and find out what they're offering, because you can't get in without an agent. And so I'll call up that seller. I'll say, what are you paying? And I'll call up the seller's agent. What are you paying? So I'll know. I say, okay, we're going to write up a buyer's agent agreement. They're going to pay this. What if they didn't want to pay what I wanted? Well, that's going to be up to you. And then you'll fill out that form. Now you've got the one, you go show them that house and say, let's say you didn't get it. They didn't like that house or whatever. Well, now you get the chance to sit down and talk about, hey, this is what I get. These are the commissions I get. I'm worth this. This is what I do. So all the tools are there for you that you've been busy working on, right? That's how you're going to rock it, buddy. That's how you're going to rock it. So if you want things like this, I encourage you to stay connected to me. Subscribe, please subscribe. Ask me questions below. I'm really eager to answer some questions. And I have another channel called Tech Savvy Realty Solutions, where all kinds of tech is in there. So you can learn that stuff. So do get ahead of the game. This is the winner's circle here. Are you going to be the winner? Yeah, that's right. Okay, see you on the next one.